everybody, this is Alyssa from Mink Arts and Crafts, and today we are doing my month in review, and this will be for the month of February, which I did not get nearly as much done for the month of February as I have for some of the other months, but one of the big things, I did finish Secret Temple, and this is an absolutely beautiful canvas, as you can see. It is incredible, absolutely gorgeous, and I am in love with how this image looks. So February was a huge month for me because I was hosting the Lunar New Year DP along hashtag Lunar New Year DP24. So that took priority as far as what I was doing in my diamond painting because I wanted to make sure I could give everybody a quality event. So that kind of took my priority and my precedence for the month. So again, I didn't get as many finishes this month because I was prioritizing the event. But I will talk a little bit about the finishes and what I did get done, and I'm pleased overall with what I actually did accomplish for the month, with keeping in mind that I hosted my first ever event. And I also had a crazy busy week, or well, not a week, a crazy busy month at work, and I had a lot going on. We are not going to rifle through those things, Sushi. Stop the chaos. She's in chaos mode because I just got home last night, and she's still all like, Mom's home, I need to cause chaos everywhere. Because Mom's home, and that's what I do. So this is Secret Temple, and Secret Temple is a 98 by 70 port glue canvas, obviously, full drill. This is by the artist Image World. Stop that, Sushi. From Diamond Art Club. It has 78 colors, comes with 5 ABs. Stop it, Sushi. Stop. Thank you. We do not need to play with the ruler. She's just being a little chaos kitten. It came with 5 ABs, square drills, as you can see. I started this on the 2nd of January for the Ticket to Ride and blinging in the New Year. I kind of did it for a little bit of both events, Ticket to Ride and blinging in the New Year. And I did use the full enhancement suggestion, or the full enhancement pack from DP with Sparklers. I used that full enhancement pack for this kit, which has something like 17 or 18 or something crazy like that different enhancements in this kit. I'll pull it up on my desk once we do this pulled out view so you can see this, and then I'll kind of bring it up so we can take a close-up look at some of the bling on here, because the bling is absolutely gorgeous. There's so much in here. There's some in the temple, all over the trees, the water, the rocks, the sky, everywhere. Everywhere has bling, and it is absolutely beautiful. So I'll pull it up on the table so we can get a closer look at it in a minute, because it is beautiful. I am in love with it. This is going to be framed and hang on my wall in my spare bedroom, because this is such an incredible image and just like, speaks to me. Sushi, stop. No, stop. But I finished this one on the 4th of February, and it took me 73 hours and 24 minutes. It was my first finish of February and my 50th image of all time. So I thought that was pretty awesome for this to be my 50th image of all time. I was like, that is impressive for this one to be the 50th. Kind of cool that that one turned out being number 50, and I was pleased with it. Love it to all pieces. So now we're going to go ahead and take it up to the table and to the desk and take a close-up look. This is such an incredible canvas. I absolutely love everything about it. I mean, look at the detail that turned out on here. It is beyond stunning. If we come up in the trees, there is some incredible AB bling added in all around here. We have all sorts of ABs up into here. You have extra ABs in the sky. You have some glitter drills right here on the mountain. Let me see if we can bring it down to kind of give you a little bit of that look. So if we look right in there, so you can see these are glitter drills that you're seeing there. And what's really cool, and it's really subtle and you can't even really tell, but those are the pearl ABs right there. So those are round drills right there, which is super fascinating. We have more glitter drills in the mountains. As you come through, we have all sorts of specials added into the tree. There's so many special drills into the branches of these trees. There are a combination of the pixie dust. I have putty on my putty needs scraped off. We have a combination of pixie dust. We have glitter. We have ABs. A little bit of everything in here. that you can kind of see. So here you have some of the glitter drills right there. Next to it, you have the subtleness of a pixie dust right next to it. So there's a pixie dust there with a glitter drill right next to it. And then you have your typical ABs right there, which is fascinating layers. Over here, you have some of the glitter drills. And then these are some sparklers for, more putty on the canvas, some sparklers for squares right there. ABs up in the sky. We come down the rocks. I'm not going to go over the entirety of this canvas because that would just take way too much time. I just want to kind of show a little bit of the glimpse of how detailed some of this got with the blinging that Temu and Cheryl planned for this. They added some crystals into the reds of the bridge, which looks amazing. Look how much bling and sparkle there is on this kit. It looks incredible. As I keep bumping into this, it looks incredible. Like these red crystals here, you have more of the pearls for squares over here. As we come down here, you see we've got some of those crystals, like I think they're the sparklers for squares, but the round drills right there, which look really good on this kit. And that's in the rock, and it adds a depth to those rocks. There's all sorts of glitter down into the greens of the grass. You've got more of these round pearls for squares, I guess you could call them. The temple is something that I absolutely love how the temple itself turned out. Let me see if I can bring us up so we can kind of bring the arm over a little bit and see the temple. Oh, I love the subtleness of the Buddha statue. That is beautiful. And the accenting in the temple, there's these red crystals all around, accenting a little bit extra depth on all the windows. And then we have a little bit of the accenting of those like pearl ABs right here, those round pearls for squares. Same thing, there's some of the orange, there's the blue pearls for squares for the cloud reflection, and then there's some orange ones accenting here. It's just super, super beautiful, beautiful job. There are so many additions in this canvas. It's like I can't even capture all of the additions on here. It's just stunning how it was done, the depth and the layers that they went through to add all of these specials in. They did a phenomenal job. Like this is an all-out masterpiece. Looks incredible, looks amazing. I am beyond enamored with how gorgeous this canvas is. This, again, was my first finish for the month of February and my 50th finish of all time. And that is Secret Temple by Image World. So next up is my second finish of the month of February. This is one of my last handful. I think I'm down to maybe like 10-ish or so of the Amazon kits that I have in my stash. Amazon/Temu. This one is one that I titled Bamboo Candles because it didn't really have an actual title. This is a 40 by 40, which really means 35 by 35 round drill kit, poured glue, had 22 colors, and this is one that I got off of Temu. I kept it as opposed to many of them that I donated because it was bamboo, and I love bamboo. So this one was I started it on the 18th of January, finished it on the 25th of February, and it took me 9 hours and 46 minutes. It was my 51st finish of all time, second finish of the month of February. No real issues as far as the adhesive. The adhesive worked fine. No issues with adhesive. I haven't had too many issues actually with I've had some with the early ones that I did, but this one fine for the adhesive. With the adhesive, no problems. And like, I mean, it was your typical budget kit. The drills were typical budget drills. Pardon my cough. I seem to have, coming back from my trip this week, I kind of seem to have come down with something, and I've got a little bit of a cough going. Definitely a lot of unnecessary confetti, which is typical for a budget kit with completely 100% computer rendering. You'll definitely get that unnecessary confetti. So yeah, you'll have all of this where it's just like the random confetti kind of in here where there's no blending. Same thing up in here, no blending. The colors where you're like, okay, those colors don't necessarily, when you look at it closely, it's like no consistency as far as like how they did the color charting or rendering or anything like that, because in reality you could have gone in and kind of blended some of these colors a little bit better. Same thing in here, like why does it need this? Why do you need these 25 million colors of brown when you could have done a much better consistent grading to get the knobs on the bamboo? But this was the second finish for February and my 51st finish of the all-time, and it's one more of my hoard knocked out and completed and done and over with. Next up, I finished this lovely little tiny kit right here. This comes to us, it's titled A Person in a Small Boat on a River with Mount Fuji in the background. It's a lovely little diamond painting from Katsushika Hokusai. It is a 20 by 20 tiny little thing, and it's from Diamond Artisan Shop. It's a little snacky kit. I took this one and the other tiny one that we're going to see right below it. I took these two with me. We're going to bring them down a little bit so we can get an even closer look-see at it. I took these two with me to Seattle, as well as the bamboo candles to finish with me to Seattle. This is poured glue, squares, 9 colors. It did come with one of, like, I guess, I don't know what Diamond Artisan Shop is calling the kit, the drills, but essentially the equivalent of a fairy dust, whatever it's like glimmer drills or shimmer drills, pixie dust, whatever. Each company calls it something different. It did have one of those drills in it as well, kind of scattered in here. I did have a fair amount of gapping because it is not a ton of gapping, but I'm not a perfect placer. I do not like trying to place perfectly, and this is all color blocking right through here, and I was not all about that trying to place perfectly life, especially as I was working on this while I was gone. I started this one on the 25th of February, finished it on the 27th of February, and it took me 3 hours and 29 minutes. I think I mentioned there were 9 colors in it, and I love this. It's super adorable. It's got like really nice good canvas to it, sturdy canvas, serged poked edges. It was a pleasure to work up. It's gonna be a licensed, basically it's a licensed company, and this is an old master, so you don't have to worry about, it's art that's in the public domain, and I jumped all over it because Hokusai is one of my favorite artists, and the wood blocks that Hokusai has are such an amazing series, and I love them. But this one was super fun to work up. I did have a lot of, because of how I place, and I'm not a perfect placer, I did go in and try like the mica method to fill in some of the gaps because I felt like it was so gappy. I did not do a perfect job of using the mica method either. I could have been much more picky in particular. I just did it across the entirety of the canvas, so I need to work on clearing some of the mica powder off of the blues a little bit better, because I got it into a lot of the cracks of the blues, so I need to kind of like angle it and wipe off some of the mica powder in the cracks of the blues and the blacks a little bit better. And that'll make this part look better right through here. But I like it with the mica powder to fill in and correct some of my deficiencies of me being how I place. This one I loved working on. It was super fun. This was my 3rd finish for the month of February and my 52nd finish total. And I am throwing like a little bit of a freebie on there because I had all intentions of finishing this yesterday. Well, not yesterday because I'm filming this on the 1st instead of filming it on the 29th. I was going to finish it on the 29th while I was traveling, but did not. I finished it on the morning of the 1st. So it was like almost a finish on the 1st. I had all but like one section done. So this is kind of like a freebie. Technically it's a March finish, but I'm showing it here because I might as well, since it's already done when I'm filming this video. So next up is this one, which I'm just going to show right here, because it's already right here. It would have been a whip, but you're kind of getting it as a finish. This is a composition with yellow, blue, black, and light blue by Monrean. It's a 20 by 20 from Diamond Artisan Shop. 5 colors, squares again. This one I got I started on the 27th of February. Finished it on the 1st of March. Took me 2 hours and 57 minutes. I had the black and I had this whole section done. I just had to do this section right here. which was I did really well, and I liked how little gapping I had on these these sections right here. Very little gapping, but then I was like, oh, I'm going to do a pattern as I work on this instead of doing my normal way of doing like line by line by line to work on it, which is what I did on all of these sections. And these ones turned out fantastic with very little gapping, not even in here, which is the 5200. I had like no gapping on the 5200. And then I come up here working in this very pale blue. And the way that I worked in the pale blue, I had so much gapping just because of how I was doing it. Because instead of working in like the straight line so they were tight to each other the entire way across, which I should have done, I worked in like a spiral because I was like, oh, I'll do a pattern instead and just kind of like work my way in and then do the next, yeah. Don't recommend doing that. I recommend working your way the other way. So I did end up using a little bit of the mica method to fill in some of the gaps. You can still see some of the gappiness because of the way that I did, but it looks a heck of a lot better than it did. Like standing back from it, you don't notice nearly as much of the gaps from how I did it. But if I had done it like I did here, it looks beautiful and pristine. And it looks so much better. So this one's technically not a February finish, but it was like I literally finished it in hardly any time. I think I did an hour of work on this in March. So it's like, So technically this is a March finish, but I'm showing it because I was like, it's so borderline. But that one is my 53rd finish of the year and my first finish of March, I guess we could call it. So now we're going to come up with my smaller finishes. So first off, we have my traditional foods. This is a paint gem set. And this set was my 10th, no, this is my 10th paint gem that I finished. These ones were like a little 10 by 15. And I worked on these. I started on the 2nd of February, finished on the 22nd of February. These ones were kind of our partials, as you can see, 46 colors, squares, and it took me 9 hours and 55 minutes to finish the set. There are 12 of them in here. First up, you have hot dogs and fries, and then we roll, pardon me, with the cough. Then we have tom yum, and then we have our thali, then we have a burger, then we have pizza. And then, of course, you have your loveliness of sushi. And then you have your breakfast of English breakfast. Pardon me. Tacos, ramen, minus the eggs. That would be delicious. Greek salad. And then we have, after the Greek salad, you'll roll into some deliciousness of jiaozi. And then you have some pasta with some red wine. And that is the 12 different traditional foods. I don't know why a hot dog and fries is considered a traditional food. That to me is not traditional food in any way, shape, or form. But this is the paint gem set that I finished. This was my 10th paint gem set. So that was one of my other finishes there. So technically I have 1, 2, 3. This is my fourth, like a fourth finish that I've done for the month. And then I have 3 other little finishes, like 3 mini finishes as well. So I did a lot of small finishes. Next up, we have this little cute cupcake. This is one of those tiny little kits that I like to do. This one is a cupcake is what I labeled it. I started this one on the 11th of February, finished on the 11th of February. I added 2 pixie dust and 3 ABs to it. It came with 9 colors. I added, as you can see, I swapped some things out. Added the 2 ABs, no, 2 pixie dust, 3 ABs. And I added those in, you can kind of see, let me see if I turn that on, you can kind of see a little bit of the pixie dust and bling. So as we come over here, you can see I added a couple the 3 ABs, white, this pink here, and then this blue, and then what was the other one that I added? Maybe 2 shades of pink. I think that's what I did. A white, a pink, and then this blue down in here. And then my pixie dust, I added this pink pixie dust here. Oh, that's the other one. I added that pink right there. White, pink, and then this blue. And then pixie dust, I had this pink pixie dust here, and then this blue pixie dust down here to give it this beautiful look. So those were this one right here. It took me like 1 hour and 43 minutes for this cutie little thing. tiny and small, but super fun because I did that as kind of like my Valentine's Day because, you know, had a heart on it. So this was Valentine's Day number 1 because it was on the 11th. And then my next one that I did was the Doggy Donut. I did this one on February 16th. Doggy Donut, I did not add anything to this one. This one had 12 colors. I did this one on February 16th. The hearts was like, okay, I have to do this one for Valentine's Day as well, or Valentine's week, because it has the heart glasses on for this little cute doggy. And she needed to be done for Valentine's Day. So Doggy Donut was another finish for that time period. It took me 2 hours and 2 minutes to complete. Typical basic kit. Both of these kind of have like not super strong adhesive. Like there were some spots where the adhesive was kind of like really slick and slippery, but these are both the super cheap Temu kits that are like $2, $3, something like that. And I just like them as those quick little finishes. But now I'm finding companies that you can actually get licensed small kits from, so like this, so I don't have to buy these to get my small tiny kits from. So I haven't bought any more of these in a while, but these were the ones that I had initially purchased, and I've just been working through the ones that I have in my hoard. And these are like little 15 by 15 snacky kits. And then the last one that I did was this adorable one, which is one that came from Enabler's Outpost in the Valentine's box. This is a 10 by 15, had 7 colors, round drills. All of these last 3 are round drills. I did this one on the 16th of February, and it took me 1 hour and 26 minutes. And I loved how this worked up. It had super awesome, strong adhesive. It is like the nice creepy backing canvas-wise, nice quality, and I love the image, the heart, and the like the way it kind of like spreads out. And like, I mean, you can just compare the drill quality from this to this and looking at them. And let me turn on the light so we can get a closer look at the drill quality. And like looking at the basic Temu kit, it's like you can totally see a difference in a feel and a quality change. At least, I don't know if it comes through well on camera, but the drill quality is totally hands down different from this to this. And that's something that I can feel, I can see. It's just blatant, flat out obvious between this and that one there. But this is super adorable, and I thought, again, that one was perfect for Valentine's weekend or week or whatever you want to call it. Those were my finishes. So technically, I had what I consider like 3 main kits: Secret Temple, bamboo candles, a person, and a small boat on a river with Mount Fuji in the background, a paint gem, which was the traditional foods. So 4 main kits, and then I finished the 3 little tiny snacky kits, even though these are I still consider this a tiny snack kit, but it's one of the ones that I actually have logged into my Gems Flow, whereas these were not ones that I had logged into my Gems Flow. So for tracking purposes, pardon me, I had the 3 kits, a paint gem 4, and then the 3 minis. So not too bad. Like a lot of little things that I worked on for this month. I did finish 1 whip already so far in March, as you can see. So we'll call that the first whip going into the month that is already knocked out. So 1 down whips wise. And then let me go ahead and pull out the rest of my whips, and we'll go over what I am starting March with whip wise, and then kind of go from there. So I've technically only have 2 whips that I actually have drills laid down on. The first of them is Lunar New Year Kitty, or Lunar New Year Kitty, Lunar New Year Kitty. I have 1 completed section, that's it, and then 1 almost completed section. So I have the cat's face, and I have a lot of the tassel done. So I have a lot of this and a lot of this. I just have this purple section here, purple section there, and then like the last little bit of this lantern to go. And then the second section will be done on Lunar New Year Kitty. And this is by Distracted by Diamonds. This is a 62 by 77 round drill canvas, 50 colors. And then I added a whole passel of specials to it. So this whole sheet are all of the bling suggestions that I'm doing. And you can check out my channel to see a previous video to see exactly how I planned my bling for this canvas. All sorts of specials that I'm adding in throughout the canvas. I started this one on the 13th of February. I have not gotten a lot of work done on it. This is one of the kits that I am working on for my Lunar New Year DP24, and I'm going to keep tagging it Lunar New Year DP24 until I finish the kit. It is quite large, as you can see. Pretty good size, 62 by 77, Distracted by Diamonds. The artwork is by Puffy Gator. It is going to be beautiful once it is done. I do want to finish this in the month of February. That is going to be one of the two kits, one of the main kits that I want to finish since I've already made it as a whip. My next up canvas that I'm working on is Super Dragon. This is one that I am definitely want to finish in the month of March as well. This is by Tori Negate Art from Enabler's Outpost. It is beautiful. I love how she is working up. It is a gorgeous canvas. And realistically, like, I love the fact that there is actually like large sections of color blocking on this. It is an absolutely beautiful one. It is a square drill canvas. I like the fact that it's a little bit narrower. Let's see. Technically, size-wise, I think it's a 50 by 110. I think that's the dimensions. Yep, 50 by 110, 44 colors, squares. I started this one on the 5th of February. Again, I did not get a ton of diamond painting done in the month of February at all. It has been an off month for me, diamond painting-wise. I love how this canvas is coming out, though. There's so much sparkle on it, and, like, the colors. You don't realize that there's, like, those kind of, like, pastel colors in this dragon. Like the purple that you have in here, gorgeous. It is such a gorgeous, gorgeous dragon. And you can see I've still got all the way down to go. Like, I have a lot to go on it. I have 2 of the 10 sections done. So I'm only a 5th of the way done with this canvas, but I'm working on it. Gonna get there. So those are the 2 whips that I actually technically have started already. And I've got a ways to go still. But I've got this one divided into 10 sections, and I'm a 5th of the way done, or 20% done. The other one I have divided into 8 sections, and I'm almost a quarter of the way done. The other main one that I plan on finishing for the month of March, which I have not laid drills down on yet, is going to be, let me turn it over because it's upside down, is going to be The Storm God, as I go smacking into it, by Karen Yumi Liston. And this is going to be, and this comes to us from Lazy River Crafts. This image is stunning. I really want to finish it. It's going to be gorgeous when done. I think I divided this one into 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 squares as well. So I want to make progress on this. I know it's kind of into, like, I don't know that I'll finish all 3 of these canvases this month, but that is what I would like to do, is to work on all 3 of these, because this is a square drill canvas as well. But if I can make progress and work on those canvases, let's see, I've got 8, pardon me, 8 squares, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I would have to work on like a section a day, basically, in order to finish. I'd have to time myself to do like a section a day in order to actually finish in a timely manner. So we'll see. I don't know that I'll finish all 3, because that's doing some major diamond painting time. But that's kind of like what I would like to do, would be to finish all 3 of these diamond paintings this month. We will see if I can finish all 3, because I've been trying to cut back and not go quite as hardcore with my diamond painting. But those are my whips. And now the question everybody wants to know: how did I do on my my purchases for the month? We'll talk a little bit about that. So here are my finishes. These are the things that I finished this month. As you can see, we'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit so we can actually see what we're looking at. These are the things that I finished this month. You can see we finished Secret Temple, bamboo candles, person in a small boat on a river with Mount Fuji in the background. Ignore that one. Traditional foods, cupcake, doggy donut, and hearts. So we did 7 finishes total, because we're ignoring this one here, because this is just everything that I finished after the 1st of February. We're already in March, so that's why that one's on that list. So we finished 7 things in the month of February. But now let's go ahead and see how much I added to my hoard in the month of February as well. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. While I did that, I also didn't do the greatest when it came to purchases. So normally I prefer this view, but for your guys' purposes, I'll give you a little bit of a better look. So the purchases that I made for the month of February were a little bit more than what I normally would do. So in the month of February, I did purchase this canvas right here from Craftably. I could not resist Beacon of Hope. This was such a beautiful image, and this was one of my, pardon the cough, and when I look at my actual purchases and what I've bought, and kind of come to my, my logbook and what I purchased, because I log what I purchase each month, and if we look at my February purchases, the first, well, technically the first thing that I purchased was actually the Leviathan. And this one was kind of one of those freebies, because this is one that's been on my wish list. Basically, I've been hunting this one for a few months now, the Leviathan. That's one that I got from a D-stash. I've been hunting it down for a while. I finally was able to grab it and snag it and get it from a D-stash. So that one is kind of one that is kind of not one that I count towards my finish for buy one. But I was able to finally get the Leviathan. I was looking at, from my January finishes and including Secret Temple, I was allowed to make 2 purchases. So not including Leviathan, I should have been able to make 2 purchases for the month of January. Did I make those 2 purchases, not counting Leviathan? Well, purchase number 1 was Beacon of Hope. So I was like, okay, perfect. I can purchase Beacon of Hope. That was a planned purchase. I was like, all right, I'm doing good. I bought Beacon of Hope. Well, then, Witch's Flower Shop was sneak peeked, was advertised from Diamond Art Club. And I was like, okay, that's one I do need to actually get. That's one of the new Mrs. Butter D. And I was like, I really want to get that kit. I really liked that image. I don't buy every single Mrs. Butter D kit that comes out. Almost all of them, though. I really liked this one, and I needed to have her. So I ended up purchasing this image right here last Saturday, but I planned for that one and was going to get it. So those were going to be the 2 that I was going to purchase, was Beacon of Hope and Witch's Flower Shop from Diamond Art Club. And that was actually, pardon me, that was actually the first Diamond Art Club that I have purchased since, I think that was actually the first one that I've purchased since December. I think I did 1 purchase in December. And then other than Black Friday, I've bought 2 canvases from Diamond Art Club since Black Friday. Well, then they also, let's see, what date did I buy that? On the 24th of February? Yeah. So those were my 2 purchases. Well, then Diamond Art Club also showcased and released a bunch of new images on their Amazon store. And I ended up buying Inspiration Peak, which is like a cropped version of one that they released a few weeks back. So I got Inspiration Peak. I got Midnight Manikineko, which is a Jeremiah Kettner, which I love Jeremiah Kettner's art. And so I got that one. And I got Peach Mushroom Twilight, which I thought was just such a pretty image. And then I also got Sophia, which is a Dragons and Beasties. She was just too adorable. I couldn't resist her. And what I love is, I think Beacon of Hope is also, yes. So out of all of these purchases, the only one that is a square is the Leviathan. And that makes me very happy because so granted, yes, I added 7 things to my hoard. So I finished 7 things and added 7 things, but it wasn't an equal 7 things. And technically I added more than that, because I think there's 2 things in here that I did. Oh, yes. There's 2 additional canvases in here that I did not add as well. Let me go ahead and do, let's see, Bella Art Diamond. Boom. Oh, yeah, let me see if we can clear that, and then we're going to go with, because I had 2 additional kits from Bella Art Diamonds that I need to add in to this as well. So let me add the Bella Art Diamonds kits in. Which, so I got 2 sneak peeks from Bella Art Diamonds as well. Those to add to my stash, which I got those in I flew out on the 24th. Because I flew out on the 25th and they came in on the 24th. So that's 2 additional kits that I need to add to this list. So technically, I accumulated more paintings, which is not the way that I want my hoard to go. I want it to go the other way around. I want to decrease the size, not increase the size. So yes. But the nice thing is we are making progress on how many things that I've completed, and I was able to finish another one of the paint gems. Let's go back to finished after the first. Good. And we'll go to that view. So I was able to complete a new number of things. Let's see, we did, yeah, so I have the 2 Bella Art Diamonds kits that I can add to my stash. So I definitely did a little bit more than what I wanted as far as purchases and what I bought this month. For March, I know there are 2 purchases that I do plan on doing for March, which is, there's going to be 2 releases from Bella Art Diamonds that I'm going to be purchasing. Let me go over to their Instagram. The Instagram. So this is... Hey, no. Yes. Come here. So from Instagram, you can see here, this right here is one of the images that I got. This right here is Niran and Hamish Hugs by Temu Arts. This is one of them that I sneak peeked, so that's one of the images that I got. I'm going to screenshot that because that is actually a better screenshot than I was able to get of the art for my records. So we're going to do that one, save to my photos. So that cutie patootie right there is one of the 2 that I got that I need to add to my hoard. Here's some of the other ones. Like that's one that I plan on purchasing tomorrow. Koi Fish by Nicole's art. I plan on purchasing that one. And then there are some beauties that you can see in here. The other one that I plan on purchasing so far is going to be, this is the other one that I got, is What Hides in the Dark by Jorge Urbina. It is stunning beyond belief. Absolutely gorgeous. That's the other one that I got. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful image. And then the other one that I plan on purchasing is Day of the Cat by Temu Arts. That is a stunning image as well. We are going to screenshot that one because we're going to do that because I plan on purchasing that one tomorrow. So I need to put it so I could actually, ooh, it's in rounds it looks like. Because I plan on purchasing that one and the Koi Fish. So there's 2 that I plan on purchasing tomorrow. Koi Fish and Day of the Cat. Those 2. So those are going to be 2 new purchases that I plan on doing. And then I also will be purchasing, I'm going to be making 3 purchases tomorrow because it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. Because so those 2 from Bella Art, Diamonds, and then I will be purchasing the Yume right here because it's a Yume and Yume's are must-haves. Especially considering the fact that I voted for this piece. So I must have it. And she's a stunning one. I feel like that's what I need, is an oxygen mask to breathe fresh air. Because I feel like that's what I need. Sushi, would you... we're not... No, you're going to knock things over. No, come here. You are a brat. Anyways, those are going to be the 3 purchases that I make tomorrow. And unless more stunners, like more Yumeis and more things that I cannot live without, come out in the month of February, I will not be making any more purchases in the month of February because I will have already made 3 purchases. But that is all that I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my month in review. And just to recap, as you can see, we had our 7 finishes, technically. 7 things that I finished, but only 3 that I technically record in my logbook this way, plus the paint gem, and then those are recorded separately. But 7 things that I finished over the course of the month. But I will hope you guys got a little bit of a fun glimpse and everything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.